Welcome back to Life on Purpose. I am Stephanie Epps. This channel is all about living intentionally and achieving our bucket list goals. Today's video is a plan with me, planning out our February schedule of things we can do, actionable steps and goals to achieve our bucket list items, the things that I placed on my bingo card, and what you placed on your bingo card. So go ahead, get your planner. If you're a digital girly, pull up your Notion or your Google Calendar, and let's get started. I have my planner. So I'm old school, paper and pen. I use the Commit 30 planner. I'm gonna pull it out of the binder. So this is what it looks like. I also use the Commit 30 money journal. I'll show this to you all as well. So I bought this leather binder holder for my planner, I guess last year for 2024. And I continue to purchase Commit 30 and I get the same size. They have two different sizes. They have a larger version, but I like this size. I don't know the exact size. If I can find it, then I'll put it up on the screen for you. Anywho, as I said before, if you are a digital planner, go ahead and gather your Google Calendar, your Notion, whatever apps and sources that you use. And of course, get your bingo card or your vision board. If you have your bingo card on your phone or a picture of your vision board on your phone, go ahead and pull that up. And let's get started with February. Maybe one day I'll become a digital person, but that's just not me. My husband, my spouse, y'all, everything electronic. He is all about the digital things, not me. Old school, paper and pen. I did go ahead and make myself some tea, if you saw it in the first opening clip. It's hot, so good. This is the LaRue 1680 India Street Vanilla Chai. Amazing. I love loose leaf tea. And when it's time for planning, hot cup of tea, planner, we'll get into it. Oh, I think I was showing y'all this. In my planner for February, it says, show up, start small, keep going. So that is a wonderful, just opening to the month of February. Okie dokie. So I've already wrote a couple things in here that I knew was upcoming. Swim meets. My daughter is a swimmer. Her hair appointment. There is a daddy-daughter dance. So I put that in my calendar. And I put in some events. Like I own a yoga and Pilates studio. We're having a couples yoga on February 21st. So I went ahead and jotted that down because I knew back in January the date for that. And when we were planning some pop-up classes that I personally was going to be teaching, I went ahead and put those things in my calendar. But as far as my bingo card and living life on purpose with intention, those things are not on my calendar. But here's my bingo card. One of my closest friends, Nicole, she owns a bakery. Y'all should check her out. She's been on like Food Network, all those shows. Amazing woman. Crumbles by Nicole. Anywho, one of my closest friends, Nicole, I did not have any card stock and she did. So I sent her my bingo card and she printed it out for me, which I was really happy about. So now I have it on my phone, on my computer, and I have a paper copy. Okay, so Life on Purpose bingo card. The first block says read 6 nonfiction books. So back in January, I finished reading The Let Them Theory, which I shared with y'all in the prior video. I'm currently reading Brene Brown, Atlas of the Heart. Atlas of the Heart. I read this book, or let me correct that. I read about 50 to 70% of this book two years ago, right around when it first came out, 2 or 3 years ago. And I didn't finish it. And I've since started it back. I finished the intro and I am on page 13. And the section I'm reading now is vulnerability, which, as y'all know, Brene Brown talks all things being vulnerable. And she's done so much research in that regard and about our emotions and feelings, which those things are so important when it comes to living life on purpose. I don't know about you all, but take a sip here. I don't know about you all, but me, I'm in my late 30s. I'm actually 39. So I'm going to be 40 this year. And for many, many years, it was always kind of suppressing my own feelings, prioritizing everybody else. And during COVID, 2020 is when I started therapy. I go to therapy at least once a month, usually first Fridays. And it has been such a game changer for my overall wellness, how I take care of me, how I take care of my family, my patients, my business, and how I now live life on purpose and with intention. Y'all, you have these dreams, these goals, and it's trying to figure out, how am I going to achieve them? My kiddo has this, my husband has this, I have these responsibilities at work and in the community. But what about me, right? What about what I want to do? And this channel, y'all, is all about you living your best life and doing the things that you want to do. And those big dreams, those big goals, they're yours. My dream is to read 6 nonfiction books. Some people are like, that's not a dream. I want to climb, a mountain. It just depends on you, what it is you want to do, what you love, what helps you be intentional and purposeful, what allows you to be fulfilled. Oh my gosh, y'all, fulfilled. That's what we're talking about. So, Brene Brown, Atlas of the Heart. If you too are reading a book this month, comment below, what are you reading? Alrighty. So I know some people are doing that 75 hard challenge, which me and my friend Nicole, my friend and I, we actually did that challenge. Was it 2021 or 2022? I can't remember. That's another video, which we may actually talk about that one day as well. But we did that challenge and it was amazing. So reading 10 pages a day. I'm gonna go ahead and be real, y'all. 75 hard, I read my 10 pages a day. Currently in this space, I am not reading 10 pages a day. My goal is to read while I walk on the treadmill. That's my goal. So I'm gonna plan out. I'm gonna jot to the side of my planner here. Walk and read, okay? So what days am I gonna walk on the treadmill? I'm gonna plan to walk on the treadmill on Wednesdays. So rather than me saying, okay, I'm gonna read 10 pages a day because my life fluctuates, I myself can commit to walking on my treadmill on Wednesdays. So I'm gonna write for the 5th, the 12th, the 19th, and 26th, walk and read. If you are planning out your schedule, when are you gonna read? When are you gonna walk? Jot it down. Old school, write it down, paper and pen. If you're a paper and pen person, definitely let me know as well. So reading 6 nonfiction books, we have goals towards that. If I'm able to read this book, Atlas of the Heart, more than on Wednesdays, then I will. But at the minimum, I'm not trying to set the bar too high because I know myself, what I can commit to. Why do I want to lie to myself, y'all? And you don't want to lie to yourself either. Do what you can do. And if there's space in life to do a little bit more, then do that. Walk and read. Number 2 on my bingo card is to complete the New York Marathon, right? So I have to train for that. My training days are Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I am on a 52-week training plan. I am on week 14. Week 14. So week 14 calls for 3 to 4 miles, 2 days, 8 to 9 miles, 1 day. I run 3 days a week. Some training plans, y'all, they call for running 5 days a week. That doesn't work for my life. I enjoy running, and I don't think for me, I would love to run 5 days a week. Maybe like a mile, half a mile, but I know that I don't want to run 3 to 5 miles plus a long run, or 4 miles and then a long run. I know that that's not for me. So I'm going to jot down my run days are Tuesday, Thursday, and either Saturday or Sunday, depending on what I have going on. So I'm just going to leave that open. And my training plan, it tells me how many miles to run. I'm not going to write that in my planner just yet. I may come back later just to save on time, because as the weeks increase, the miles increase. So over the course of February, my long runs will be 8 to 9 miles, 5 miles, 8 to 9 miles, 6 miles, and 9 to 10. Whew, I haven't ran 10 miles in 10 years, y'all. But that also is a video for another day. So we have our runs planned out. Game night or movie night once a month. Let's see where we can plug that in on the schedule. Daddy-daughter dance is on the 8th. I'm thinking I'm going to plan it for the 28th. That's the last day of the month. And we may do a game night or movie night before then. But I'm going to plan for the end of the month, the 28th. Game night, movie night. It's a family outing. Cook once a week. So let's see. When am I going to cook? Usually I cook on Sundays. That's like my day to cook. But that doesn't always work out. So I'm going to plan to make, I am off work the 7th and the 14th. I'm going to plan to make breakfast, like a nice breakfast on the 7th and the 14th. That's once a week. I may end up cooking more often than that, which is fine as well. And for the rest of the month, I'm going to put the 16th and the 23rd. Those are the days I'm cooking. Meditate 5 days a week. That's pretty much standard. I plug it in the mornings or before I go to bed at night. So we'll plug in meditate. Save $5,000. Okay, so I have, what do you call it? I call it automatic withdrawal deposits into my high yield savings account, personal and our family. So that's taken care of. Date night once a month. We're doing couples yoga on the 21st, and I'm going to plan for us to go to dinner after that. So the 21st, date night. Okay. An activity with my daughter once a month. I'm going to combine the activity with my daughter in roller skating as a 2-in-1. And there may be opportunities to do something separate with her as well. But we both like roller skating. We're staying on budget. Cheapskate is $8 on Tuesday. So let's see. We are probably going to go skating on the 11th. Roller skating with Z. Okay. Visiting my parents once a month. How often do you visit your parents? Y'all, my parents live like 45 minutes to an hour away. But one of my things, I have to go see them at least once a month. That's something I have to do. I'm thinking the 23rd. The 23rd as well. Visit my parents. Actually, I might could do the 9th. What do I have going on the 9th? I don't think I have anything. So I'm going to visit my parents the 9th. I know that seems so simple. Like, it's, go see your parents. It's no big deal. But time. We as people, we think we have all of this time in the world, and we don't. People get sick. And then it's like, I wish I had called them. I wish I had went to see them. I wish I had given them flowers or told them how much they meant to me. My parents are getting older. I'm almost 40. My parents are over 70. Like my mom, you would think she's 50. She's so young. But you just never know. So I am being intentional. I'm going to see my parents on the 9th, that Sunday. Okay. Meet 2 to 4 times a month for business accountability. So on Friday the 7th, I am meeting in person with my friend T. And once I meet with her, we'll determine when we will have our additional 2 or 3 like virtual meetings. We're either going to do a WhatsApp, check in on our goals, or like a FaceTime. I know she has a Android, so so it wouldn't be FaceTime. I don't know what it's called, but we'll video chat in another manner, but we'll figure out those days when I meet with her on the 7th. We got roller skating once a month. Call my dad twice a month. Y'all, my dad talks so much. Like, y'all probably think I'm chatty here on Life on Purpose, but when I tell you my father will talk and talk and talk, that's just what he will do. So, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful to have him. I'm going to plan out when I'm going to call him. How often do you talk to your parents, y'all? I talk to my mom almost every day. Minimum 5 days a week. Sometimes every day, sometimes multiple times in a day. We're super close. She is like my best friend. So, calling my dad. I'm going to plan to call him on the 10th and the 17th. Yeah. And then I have a certification for work. Yeah. I need to come up with a schedule for that. However, before I can start studying for this certification for my job, I have to complete some education for work, because we have online education that's a requirement for work. And I also have to complete this certification, but I need all of the time back. So I completed the March, April education that was due last month. So my goal is to complete the May education this month. So I'm going to plan to do online education the 4th, the 6th, and the 10th, with the goal of having the online education completed on the 10th. And then I can further come up with a plan for my certification. Pay off 10K in debt. I've got to figure out a plan for that, y'all. Something's beeping. I don't know what it is. My husband had set an alarm when he was making lunch. Pay off 10K in debt. I am working on that. Let's see. This month I paid like about $500 in debt. I have to look back to see. But I need to come up with a separate plan for that, which we don't have time for that in this video. Maybe I'll do a debt payoff plan or something. I don't know. Visit with friends every other month. Last month, my friend Nicole, she went skating with my daughter and I. Friday, I'm going to see my friend T. And on the 28th, oh my gosh, I was supposed to do something with my friends on the 28th. I'm going to have to move that game night, movie night. We're going to move game night to the 22nd. That's a Saturday. And outing with friends on the 28th. How often do you meet up with your friends, y'all? Before kids, we used to hang out all the time. But now life is so busy. I really try to send texts either to our group feed or like one-on-one, just checking in, letting them know that they are loved, that they matter, how important they are to me. Just because we don't see each other all the time does not mean that they are not in my heart or on my mind. So tell the people, tell your friends, tell your family you love them, show them that you care. Okay, 1,000 YouTube subscribers. So this was on my my business page, Indigo Soul Yoga. This is one of our shirts. Yeah. We're at like 441 or something, and we're doing a self-love challenge over there. I'm hopeful that will get us a few new subscribers. And trying to ramp up the videos that I'm producing, that my team's producing over there. Usually we publish one video per week. And with the self-love challenge, we're doing 2 videos per week, sometimes 3. Like this week, we have 2 videos coming out. And that second week in February, we'll have 3 videos. And I may try to do 3 videos ongoing. So let's see. I'm going to plan for to film 3 videos on the 10th, the 7th, the 17th, excuse me. Yeah. And that'll take care of the following week. Film 3 YouTube videos. So we'll see if we end up with 1,000 subscribers over there this year. Call my sister twice a month. My sister and I used to be really close before she got sick. And even when she first got sick. And then things just kind of grew apart. But we are coming back to find that closeness that we used to have. So I'm going to plan to call her. I'm going to call her on the 7th. Call sis on the 7th. And the 20th. Read the entire Bible before January 1st. I'm behind on my Bible readings. I got to get caught up. I just got to get caught up. I'm supposed to read 3 chapters a day. I'm like 2 weeks behind. So I've got a whole lot of catching up to do, but it's going to be fine. Yoga teacher mentorship with 10 registrations. I'm planning to do that towards the last quarter of the year. So we have time to work on that. Attend a silent retreat. I'm going to look into a retreat, likely a long weekend, probably the last half of the year as well. So I'm not really going to focus on that right now in the first quarter of the year. And the next block on my bingo card says 150 ISY members. I am trying to grow my studio, in studio and live stream. That's what we're trying to do. So hopefully our live stream will grow from expanding our YouTube offerings, and people may transition from watching the on-demand to taking live stream classes with us, being more consistent with follow-ups with people that come in person. I had a meeting with my team a few days ago, and we have a plan in place for that. So the next block is host yoga teacher training with 10 registrations. I have several people interested and just a couple of signups. So I really have to go hard. I have a plan for that as well. As far as I've already sent like direct emails to people who have expressed interest. I'm going to have a like a coffee and tea round table where people can come and ask questions. I'm thinking about doing that in March. I'm pretty sure I'm going to pin that for March 2nd. So I'm just going to write it down. March 2nd, coffee and tea. That's a Sunday. YTT info session. I have an email plan to go out on the 10th to our email list. So make sure I note send YTT email. And as far as replacing my PRN salary, I'm working on that. I need to maybe do an outline and really just sit back and think about all of the skills I have and how I can pour into those and allocate those skills into different manners where I don't have to go and work for somebody else. And my last goal for 2026 is to swim 100 meters. Yes. I'm excited about that. I've made so much progress. I'm going to do a video on my swimming as well. I'm 39 and I'm learning how to swim. It's never too late. It's never too late. Let me know in the comments. Is there something that you've always wanted to do but didn't know how to do? Some people like don't know how to ride a bike. Some people don't know like how to skate. So comment below if there's something that you are wanting to learn how to do and you don't know. I have private lessons twice a month with my daughter's swim coach. And the lessons are usually on the opposite of the swim meets. So I'm just going to leave that blank for now and text Coach and see what days work for his schedule. And then I'll lock those into my calendar. So I think we've pretty much gone through. This is my bingo card, Life on Purpose. I've planned out my actionable steps to start reaching towards my goals for the most part. So thank y'all so much for watching. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share Life on Purpose with a friend. And comment. What are your big goals this year? How are you living life on purpose and with intention?